Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chandra's Korea 2020 Summer. Finally made it through week 3. We're now in week 4, I believe. It's gonna be good times. Got a pretty nice schedule going on today. Hello, everybody. I still don't know what the weight can is for Hot 6. I'd imagine it's probably like 0. Like how there's like Coke 0 or like Red Bull 0 or like Pepsi 0. It's probably like a 0 calorie. Or like 0 sugar, 0 whatever. Anyway, I think that's what the black one is actually. That's what the black one is. I don't know. I should ask. Quest to give me the inside information on that one. But thanks so much, everybody, for coming by. We're gonna take a quick look at the standings. Jin Air are 4-0 at +5. Oz Gaming are 3-2 at +2. Element Mystic also at 3-2 +2. High Fresh Blade and ESC Shane are both 2-2 with -1. Awesome Spear are coming back. They won 4-0 last week, putting them at 2-3 with an even score runaway at 1-3 with -3, and Griffin at 1-4 with -4. So gonna be really tough for Griffin to come back from that one. But runaway, Awesome Spear, ESC Shane very much still in it. Same goes for High Fresh Blade, but they went 0-4 last week. It's not looking as good for them. They didn't pick up a single game win. It was very surprising to see. Definitely a big letdown. You can see all the Brazilian fans are coming out. But nonetheless, here, I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to give you some free gambling advice since you're all here early. I'm going to give you some free gambling advice. Okay? The biggest thing about betting in Challengers Korea is that there is almost never two rules when it comes to betting in CK. One of them is you're never guaranteed to win. Okay? You're never guaranteed to win. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you'd never bet against Jin Air. And that's a team that we're looking at today. Yaharong still starting there in the mid lane, of course. Still going to be in the jungle, and Light's still going to be at the ADC position. Rumor and C still on the bench. This team hasn't dropped a single match. Still undefeated. Looking to have their first 5-match win streak since 2016's, believe it was summer. 2016 summer split was the last time they won 5 in a row. They've never won 6 in a row. Their longest win streak was 5, so they're looking to tie their longest win streak in the franchise's history. Beating Oz Gaming would bring them one step closer, and after Oz Gaming, and at the end of the week, they face High Fresh Blade, who play later today, but like I said, the first they got to beat Oz Gaming, and it looks like that is Eon in the mid lane, so it looks like we're going to be going with Eon, or maybe it's not, unless Crown's wearing glasses. Oh, Crown is wearing glasses. Huh. Yeah, I was like, that looks like Crown, but he's wearing glasses. Okay, so Crown is going to be starting. Crown Juhan. That's weird. Usually they run Broccoli whenever they're running Crown. That's interesting that Eon isn't starting. They started him both games last week, and they won both pretty confidently against Runaway. Crown, though, going to be given another chance here in the starting lineup. He was struggling this split so far. Started off really hot when he first arrived at Challengers Korea. Had a great Syndra game and a pretty good Twisted Fate game. But now he's been struggling. We're going to see, though, maybe some time off is what he needed. As we're talking about some key points. The last time, besides in the spring split, that these two faced off against each other. When was it? I had this saved. Where is it? I had it saved the last time they faced off against each other. It was a long time ago. It was a very, very long time ago. Let's see if I can find it. I know it's around here somewhere. It is around here somewhere. I'm gonna find it because I'm starting to get a little tilted now. Alright, well, I guess I'm not gonna find... Oh, right, no. Wait, maybe. Is that it? Is that it? Nope, that's not it. A little bit further. We're almost there. I know we're almost there. Okay. Wait, boys. I'm gonna find it. It's around here somewhere. I'm starting to get towards the tweets that I made towards the end of the season, so I know it's here. There's a Valorant tweet. We're almost there. There it is. The last time they faced off against each other was in 2018 spring. Crown took the victory, even though he had the worst stats in KDA, as that's actually going to be the key matchup. Is the mid lane. Yaharong has a 10.5 KDA. Holy moly! 5 MVPs, which is already more than I think that's already more than anybody had. I think no, it was like 800 last split or something like that. How much? No, it wasn't that high, was it? The MVP race was pretty close in the spring. I believe. I don't think it was. It was 400. So actually, he already has more MVP points than Thal and Weiser did last split, and we're not even halfway through the year. So I think Yaharong should be winning MVP. Then again, though, we're doing MVPs by games now instead of matches, so it's a little bit unfair. So to give Thal and Weiser the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to double their points and say it's 800. But even then, he's very close behind them if you take that into consideration. So that'll be interesting to see. Anyway, my number one betting advice for CK though is if you think if it's a really good odd and you want to potentially bet on the underdog, look at the team's recent trends. That's what you want to look for. You want to look for their recent trends. Look how they did in their last match, their last 2 or 3 matches. But don't just look at the match score. Look at the matches specifically. See how they did. Were the matches close? Were there runovers? Who were they playing? Because, like, for example, I'm sure the Breon Blade are going to be favored today. But that shouldn't be the case because they went 0-4 last split against teams that they should have beaten. And ESC didn't have nearly as bad as a week last week. So in theory, ESC could pull off an upset. So if you guys want to place some money on them, I definitely recommend it. Hey, Comet, how you doing? I thought you weren't a Jin Air fan. You just told me you weren't a Jin Air fan. But anyways, they're starting up the draft here. Karma set and Volibear going to be the bans for the Jin Air Green Wings. That's starting to be a common thing on the blue side is the Volibear and the Karma ban. We started to see a lot of Karma priority and oh, there's no Varus ban. I hope that's a Varus ban coming up. It's an Ornn ban. Well, I guess Varus isn't really as prioritized this patch. You want some more betting tips, though? No surprise there's a Varus priority there. Very good pick. The highest contested pick right now in competitive play. Twisted Fate. No surprise to see that one. A very safe pick into the ranged mid laners. And Varus is ranged, and he could potentially go mid. So they want to pick up that Twisted Fate to be safe. Also a good counter to the Syndra, which is still open. OZ without Eon is 0-2. Oh shit, I didn't know this. That's kind of a weird champ. I can come root for the clown to lose. No, geez, true. My bad. But Kalista going to be the follow-up pick there. Surprised to not see the Aphelios come out, honestly. But if he does go for the Varus ADC and they do go for that poke, Varus Aphelios is not going to have a good time. So I understand the Kalista pick. Also have some good playmaking potential on the Varus with that. Ooh, Yaharong, hovering. Oriana gonna lock it in. That's a good pick for him. We'd like to see him play something a little bit more aggressive, but maybe we'll see him play pretty aggressive there in the mid lane. Still waiting on Yaharong Zed would be nice to see. I want to see more Zed picks. There were, I think there are Zed buffs coming up, if I'm not mistaken. I know I was talking about it with Quest, because Quest had asked me. Well, I want to talk about this pick specifically, the Nidalee. It's actually, I'm getting off track here. So something that Jenner decided to do, which is a bit interesting, I talk about this a lot, is blind picking the Trundle with all of their counters being up. And that pretty much gives OZ free reign for the counter pick here. They go with the Nidalee. I think Graves is the best option, in my opinion. Just because I think he's a very versatile champion. Elise, I would say, is the second best option. I'm not a big fan of people... I'm a big Nidalee fan. Whenever players are good at Nidalee, I love watching it. But Not as much whenever they're not very good. And I'm not saying Juhan's not a good Nidalee player, but I'm picky about my Nidalee players. And if your name's not Doyle and you're a jungler in CK, I'm probably not going to enjoy your Nidalee gameplay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Doyle is probably. I miss Doyle, man. How is he a free agent? Hopefully he gets on an academy team soon. He's really good. He was really good. Rank 1 Nidalee player in Korea. Rom and Tom Kench being the bans. Makes me think that Yumi might be a possibility. Or actually, no, that makes me think that Nautilus might be a possibility. I think I had a misunderstanding of the Tom Kench Nautilus matchup. I thought that Nautilus in theory counters Tom Kench, but I've been told that the reverse is true. That Tom Kench is good against Nautilus. But like in theory, it sounds like Nautilus should win that one, you know? So like if you eat somebody up and you hook Tom Kench and then you essentially just hook them both. But you can also spit him out far away, or if he gets hooked, you can meet him up and then run away with him. So I guess I could also see the reverse being true. And they picked the Thresh, which makes sense considering the Braum and the Tom Kench bans. Thresh being picked up here, though. Some good options available. Alistar, one of them. Maybe Leona would be. Oh, Rumble support is something that I like seeing against the Thresh. I would like to see an Alistar pick, though. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the. I don't think Alistar's very good. I think Leona's just a better version of Alistar, but Alistar's still very fun to watch. So we're going to see Tana play the Renekton. It's actually going to be, oh, the Taric. Finally! Okay, so that's something that I like to see. I've been talking about the Taric pick for a while. I've been talking about how I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up. No clue really why. Oh, and we're pranked. It's the Alistar. Well, I mean, my point still stands. And also, Alistar is a counter to the Thresh because he can tank the hook and then essentially ult it off. Also, really good counter engage, which is a big weakness for Thresh. The last pick here, probably going to be a ranged top laner. The Quinn, would love to see that. Probably going to be locked in. Quinn, the best counter to the Renekton. Well, Jace is not bad, but Quinn would have definitely been the superior pick there. I feel like if you blind pick the Renekton, you pretty much have to punish it with the Quinn pick. But Jace, not a bad one either. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen.
그래서 전체적으로 진에어 조합이 조금 더 묵직하죠. 미드 오리아나부터 시작되는 조합 자체가 우리 서포트 알리도 나왔고 되게 묵직하게 정식 한타로 갔을 때는 되게 강해 보이고 라인전에서 최대한 안 밀리기 위해서 이제 바루스나 레넥톤 역할이 중요할 것 같은데 오지 게이밍이 전방위적으로 밀어붙이기는 더 좋아 보입니다. 스필 운영을 위해서 제이스와 타케는 첼코 내에서도 정말 자주 등장하는 조합인데
He's starting up here. Pretty interesting draft. It's going to be an interesting game. Not a big fan of OZ's front line. I feel like they're kind of lacking there in that department where Jin Air have 3 frontliners, but at the same time, they have a lot of damage, so they could potentially run away with this game. We'll see how they can do. I don't understand how JAG's odds are higher than OZ. That's easy to explain. You know, if you did your research, you probably would be able to come to this conclusion yourself. But the reason why is because Jin Air, if you didn't know, if you haven't heard, Jin Air haven't lost a match yet. I don't know if you've heard this or not. I don't know if you've looked at the records, but Jin Air haven't lost a match. So it pretty much makes sense that they would be favored to win if they haven't lost yet. You know, I can't imagine any betting company that would put Jin Air as the underdog if they haven't lost a match. But you never know. We are going to be going into game, though. Maybe OZ are going to pull out the upset, going to come out as favorites here. They are having Crown in the mid lane. Crown versus Yaharon, first time they've seen each other in a long time. Let's get it started. As we are already seeing Tona and Sword kind of just stare each other down, but nothing's happening out of that one. The FPS feels lower than it should be. Why on Source? I don't know, what's causing this? Oh, you know what's causing this, actually? I can tell you what's causing this. We don't have... Yep. That's what I thought. There we go. That might fix it, it might not fix it. We'll find out. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I've just been in a bad mood recently. I've just been flaming betters left and right. Like the other day on stream, some guy was flaming Henna, and he didn't even do anything wrong, and I got a little bit more upset than I should have. I'm sorry, but you know, you gotta just remember, guys. If you don't know about the game, don't comment on it. Don't try to backseat analyze. Okay. I know that in your bronze games, you're used to, you know, you can just blame someone dies, it's usually their fault, but that's not how it works over here. I don't know how you guys rock over in Silver Elo. It's been a while since I've stepped foot in there, but you gotta pay attention to other things whenever you're trying to analyze something. When you're trying to break it down. Take Nidalee Arden second. Oh, this is some great stuff. I love this chat. That's what I love. That's what I love about this chat. We can meme about the great aspects. By the way, speaking of memes, do we want to talk about how Fate built Tier of Disrespect? Do we want to talk about that? I know someone in here wants to talk about that. My boy Fate making me proud on a win streak in LCK. Ooh. Hey, what did I say? I told everybody Yamato was gonna turn that team around. They're like, oh no, it's just publicity. He's not gonna do shit for the team. Oh, who's laughing now, huh? That'd be me. That'd be me. Like, legit, I'm gonna say it. Fate, top 5 mid. Top 5 mid. Top 5. Can't change my mind on that one. LS, eating your heart out. Guys, could you imagine how good Rem would be, though, if he were in LCK? Dude would probably be first place. Fuck, I should message LS that. Nah, I'm kind of done with that one. But I'll tell you who might be done here. Juhan, getting a little bit too aggressive there. Puts down a ward. It is going to be killed off, most likely, here by the Trundle. But I think that is still a ward on the blue buff. But it's not going to do Juhan any good. LS would say that Rem would be the best mid in LCK. I gotta wait though. Before I message him about it, I gotta wait till the split ends and I gotta see how he finishes. And then I'm gonna message LS and be like, yo, you think Rem would be the best mid in LCK? As speaking of mids, I believe that's Crown teleporting to this one. Yep, he's running up with a yellow card. Tana pretty much dead here. Gonna try to get something in exchange. Crown has to burn the flash, but First Blood still goes over to Oz Gaming. Surprised to see them proactive here. Juhan doing a pretty good job. Oh yeah, no. LS is still the best analyst in league, but he has a habit. Oh, I'm gonna pause that because Pilot is looking to find a kill here in the bot lane. Sinon stunning up Motive, and OZ so far giving Jin Air a run for their money. Maybe that guy was right. Maybe Jin Air shouldn't be favorites. Maybe they should be the underdogs, guys. As Sor does proc the phase rush, but not going to do anything with it. Tana trying to catch up an XP. The problem with this lane, though, is that level 6 is going to be problematic for this Jace. He's not careful. It's like trying to prevent a Pilot from recalling. Tana trying to put the wave in a favorable position for him. Nice wave management out of him. Oh, that's not a good spot for you to be set on. Does proc the aftershock, but Motive flashing forward with the lantern. Spear is going to miss from Juhan, but Sinon should be dying here. Pilot gonna pick up that kill. Oh, wait a minute. That's not how Callisto works, Pilot. He has to be in vision. No, Pilot. Okay, there you go. That's not how Callisto works, Pilot. He has to be in vision. He almost had time for Hex Flash, and then he could have Hex Flashed to safety. That's not good. I'm surprised to see OZ being that close, but at the same time I'm not. Because, you know, at the same time, Oz Gaming have only beaten bottom barrel teams, but also at the same time, this is Jin Air. It wouldn't be surprising if they lost all of a sudden. Especially considering they're about to break their win record, or tie their win record, I should say, but nice play there by Motive. somebody that I definitely need to put more respect on their name. Motive having a really good split this split so far, doing a lot better alongside Pilot. Last split was kind of struggling, and it kind of looked like just the Pilot show in the bot lane, but Motive being more proactive on these picks like the Thresh show, it's nice to see that. I'm doubling down and saying Rumor is better. Okay, let's calm it down. I think they're the. I think both of them are the same. But if I had to pick, I would pick Light just because of the experience that he has in Challenger's Korea. But I mean, it's Pilot. I don't think either of them are going to do well against Pilot. It's Pilot. And speaking of Pilot, helps pick up that Cloud Drake. Second one's going to be Infernal, which means that we do have the possibility for an Ocean Soul. And Sora's about to check this brush and find Umti there. And he might be able to find the kill even. Does throw out the Q, but the pillar's going to be thrown out. Tana not really reacting to this though. Want to play this one patient. They spot out Yaharong trying to come up to make a play. As Tana and Umti are now starting to walk towards Sword, they need to be careful. They saw Juhan in that proximity, but Yaharong is coming up, so this is a 3v2. Twisted Fate does have ultimate, but he's not quite in ultimate range, but he is walking up. This is going to be the TF ult being used, and he is going to now be in range. Doesn't have a card ready, though. Needs to be careful. But I don't think he's going to be punished for it. That is going to be the kill going over to Jin Air Green Wings. And Motive finding the hook there on the Sinon. Throws the lantern, but Pilot didn't feel like taking it, and it might be the counter engage by Sinon now. Has the Aftershock being procced. Run towards Pilot, stuns him down, but look at this. Pilot doing a good job here, finding the return damage, but does pop the Ren. No luck, has to flash away. Motive trying to find the hook, not going to be able to find anybody. Sinon moving behind the minions to safety. It looks like JAG are going to win priority for now, which is going to allow Umti to take this Herald on the top side. Since Tana has also walked up to back him up, and they're going to pick that one up. Umti's going to get this Herald and hopefully use it in the bottom lane. Would like to see them get ahead there, possibly in the top lane where Tana was ganked earlier, unfortunately. He did get a return gank here, though, and it was a pretty good one. Yaharong throwing out a pretty good ultimate there, and they just burst him down, and oh, he had a blue card. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see the blue card. The legend. As Yaharong is going to pick up this blue buff for himself. They come back to lane with that one. I believe Crown did also get a blue buff for himself. Yep, they both have blue buffs. As Tana might be looking for something on the sword. Uses the reactive slice and dice to go back towards his own tower. Now he's going to be taking a lot of poke from Sora as a result. So we're going to have some time to get some free poke. Ooh, Pilot taking a lot of damage there. Probably needs to be a little bit more careful. As the runes and items do confirm this will be an on-hit. Varus wants to match the damage per second that Pilot's going to have later in the game. Would have liked to maybe see the lethality Varus considering the squishiness that OZ are at. They could really use some poke on their team, in my opinion, but nonetheless, they will be running the on-hit Varus. As Juhan gonna be walking up here. Umti gonna pop the Herald here in the bot lane. Yaharong might be in trouble here. Spear's gonna land onto him. Pops the ultimate to Crab too. Juhan jumping onto him. He is very low and he is gonna go down. Juhan very safe, but do get the kill on the Yaharong. Only about a 800 gold lead. Not too much, but they are looking to make that more. Sora being sent down mid. Nope, he's gonna walk back up top lane. Jin Air might be playing something here bot lane. They do keep Umti, but they know he's there, thanks to that really well-placed ward. I believe it was Motive that placed that one. This Crown. Very nice yellow card there that allowed them to make the play there. Good ultimate by Yaharong, but unfortunately, it was in vain as they were able to secure the kill regardless. do see some pings being put on towards river. This is the Infernal coming up in 30 seconds, so they do want to get vision priorities. We'll see how Jin Air want to play this. This is an Infernal, which you would like to get, especially considering that there's a possibility of it being an Ocean. So they're going to be Ocean or Mountain.
방금 같은 경우에는 그게 뭐 골타를 못 뽑아서 치명적이었다 이런 거 전혀 아니고 이게 구조에 따라서 일부러 다른 걸 뽑을 때도 있고 또 속도가 중요할 때도 있고 또 변수가 많긴 해요. 전면은 이미 빠졌었으니까. 그렇죠. 데미지를 또 프랑스도 넣어줘서 잡긴 잡았습니다.
So you do see Jin Air starting to clear stuff out.
눈매 나온 타이밍 기다리라서 상한방이 좀 세긴 하죠. 네.
Running into Juhan in the river here, but luckily the dragon lost patience before it could attack so he's not going to take any damage from that one. Sinan, a little bit low on health there, just a little above the halfway point. Soar trying to find Tana in the top lane here, switches to the range form, might be able to find the solo kill, but the minion block is a little bit lethal there, as it does save Tana's life. Looked like he wanted to move forward, but did get minion blocked a little bit. Crown is walking towards Umti with the yellow card, just threatening it, trying to get him off the ward, but he is not afraid, as Juhan now trying to find a spot to get the jump on Umti. They're going to work to get on getting the skeletal crab so they can have vision control over this dragon. Soar now just continuing to farm here in the top lane. Motive starting to move down, and they're both teams being very careful about this next dragon. They want to make sure they have 100% vision control before they even attempt to start it. So you can see they've been fighting over vision for the past couple of minutes now. And he's starting to walk up there, only to throw up a pillar and run away. So we see here in the top lane, uh-oh. Tana might be in trouble. Crown flashes after him, pops the ignite, continuing to chase him. Might be going a little bit too deep there. Loses a good amount of health. I think that might invite Jin Air to move on to this dragon. Someone did get hooked down there by the Thresh. It was Umti, I believe, and did get his aftershock procced. As Tana should probably back off. Reading a little bit too hard. Don't know if he's trying to bait them or what, but he might be in trouble here if he's not careful. Meanwhile, there in the bottom lane, Jin Air is going to secure this dragon, but that is Sinan being hooked in. Juhan, does he want to continue to chase that one? Doesn't look like it, as the tower plating does fall down. Tana finally deciding to recall. So that might be canceled. Oh no, he canceled it on his own voluntarily, as there's going to be the mid wave and bot wave both crashing in, though someone will be here to catch this bot wave. No one there for the mid wave, though.
오즈의 경우도 이거 드래곤은 어차피 나눠 먹어봤자 1대1이고 위에서 레넥톤을 죽이면서 뚫었으면 완전 대박이니까 거기서 돈 한번 딱 땡길 생각한 건데 그래서 투표가 필살기까지 다 쏟아부었던 건데 어쨌든 호흡이 서로 안 맞으면서 쏟아봤기 때문에 엄청 치열해지는 거죠 이렇게 되면. 그래서
Ram starting to gain some vision control now. Eyes are set on this topside Herald. So once more, blue buff is going to be handed over to Yaharong. Blue buff is on Juhan this time around, though, so Crown will not get it that time. Umti's going to be going in and starting this one up because the rest of Jin Air are on the way. Hook's going to go out, and it's going to find Sinan, but... Oh, look at this! Nice play by Motive! Going in on to Tana, but Tana's going to be able to get the kill regardless. Sword does have the flank on to Sinan, but Crown is getting caught out here. Double kill so far for Yaharong. As now they're going to look to move back onto this Herald. Q thrown out by Sword. Pilot barely able to get away there. Yaharong looked like he wanted to go for the triple there. They're going to be just fine. Oh, Sword. He flashed. That did happen. He did flash. I'm not entirely sure why, but he flashed. I honestly could not tell you. Maybe it was an accident? Maybe he fat fingered? Because I know I do that sometimes. I fat finger the ping key and I flash on accident. I'll have to see what he has flash binded, though, as we take a look here in the top lane. The tower is fairly low, but looking back at this fight, Yaharong playing it so well. Pilot doing the best he can. Not much he can do, really, against that. So we look back here at the top lane, and Tana has died. Not sure why they took us away from that, only to take us back to see him dying. Hopefully we'll see a replay of that one, because I'm kind of curious as to how that went. Juhan didn't even have to burn the flash for that dive, it seems. Yep, gotta take a look at the replay of this one, and yep, he W's over the wall, no ward. Got a little bit too forward. And Sora killed the tower too. That's a pretty fat pretty good lane for him so far. Sora's been having a pretty good time ever since I mentioned how he was having a bad time this year, so glad to see him improve. That is a very ballsy engage by Sinon. Flash WQ, pops the ultimate. They're able to find one kill. Sora trying to find one in return, but has to back out. Second Herald charge is going to go through, take the turret to very, very low health, but it is going to die in response. That's going to be 1-0 and a good amount of tower damage and a tower kill. Going over to the side of Jin Air. They're going to look to continue the siege. Poke from OZ. Kind of hitting the mark, kind of not. A lot of wards being cleared by Sword there. Oh, Sinon's going in very deep. He does die, but he does get a kill in exchange. Another kill into the pocket of Yaharong. That's not what you want to see. We're going to take a look at the replay here. Really nice ultimate there from Yaharong. Nice pillar from Umti. He does get away, but the Herald is popped, and all it does is delay the inevitable. As Juhan gets very low there. Look at this flash engage by Sinon. Perfectly reading the pathing there. Recognizes that they're going to be clumped up. Gets the double WQ. Meanwhile, if you look here in the top lane, Taina will be probably dying again here to Juhan and Crown. Maybe he can pull off the outplay, though. Juhan is pretty low. Gets the W off. Gets one kill. Can he get another? He is very fed. Crown trying to run for his life. Here comes Motive. And Pilot is on the way. It's going to be very difficult for him to get away. Can he do it? Oh, they might have messed this one up. And oh, no. Crown going to be able to get away just in time. Almost dies there, but the 1-for-1 is accomplished. Now dedicate a lot of members to the top side of the map, which is going to invite Umti to take this Mountain Dragon. And a really good play there by Tana. Starting to get revenge for the early game. So we're going to take a look at the replay here. Yeah, just his fake ultimate came out, and he got the W. Or, no, he didn't get the W. Maybe he did. I think he got a normal W, not the empowered W, but nonetheless. Pops the ultimate. Goes on to Juhan, finds the W, Slice and Dice finishes the kill. Would have probably killed Crown if Motive didn't scare him away there, but tried his very best. Ignite really clutch there by Motive. Prevents a good amount of healing that would have come through. And that's why we like Grievous Wounds, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you want to get them as early as possible. Grievous Wounds can make a world of difference. Last split in an AMA, I talked about that actually, how important Grievous Wounds are. It's a team fight that Dynamics had that won them the team fight actually, because Rich was hit by the Grievous Wounds on the Aatrox, wasn't able to heal up nearly as much as he should have, and died as a result. It's Light here going to be taking down this tower. Yaharong just farming it up here in the mid lane. Juhan looking for a potential flank spot here. You see a teleport coming in here on the bot side. That is Crown coming down. Uses the blue card. They're pushing pretty hard down here in the bot lane. That's kind of worrying, but they are also pushing the top side. They're going to be pushing that pretty hard, but they need to keep in mind that Sora and Crown do have the possibility to do this. Ooh, Tana brought very low there, and I think he might need some help very soon. Top turret is taking. They are going to try to prevent the recalls from Jin Air. as they unfortunately do allow OZ to open up the base, and they weren't able to do the same top side, so worth it for OZ as Crown's going to pop the ultimate to take himself mid lane. Might be able to take another turret here, actually. Here comes Yaharong, though. Oh, he's running pretty fast. But not going to be able to catch him.
글골이 차이가 안 나지만 계속해서 얘기드리는 성장에 집중된 것 때문에 차이는 날 것 같거든. 그렇죠. 그런 싸움으로 가면 누구 하나 끊기고 시작할 가능성이 많은 오지입니다. 구인수까지 나온 라이트 정식 한타는 아무리 봐도 진에어가 더 유리할 확률이 높다면 오지 같은 경우는 이렇게 끊임없이 흔들어주면서 진짜로 안쪽으로 들어갈 여지도 지금 만들어 놓은 거니까요. 근데 문제가 이제 드래곤인 건데 보통 이제 운영하는 쪽에서 상대가 드래곤 압박을 넣기 시작하면
Someone asking a very good question about Nidalee. Questioning the Nidalee pick. And this is why we do our research, ladies and gentlemen. Nidalee is a counter pick to the Trundle, and they blind pick the Trundle. So OZ punished the blind pick Trundle, and they picked the Nidalee, which in theory should win the early game. And that's the only point in the game where the Trundle is useful. Also, Nidalee does scale pretty, actually very healthily compared to the Trundle. Trundle not really having much of a purpose past the 30-minute mark. So, I mean, if you blind pick the jungler and you pick the Nidalee, and someone said that Nidalee's hard to, Nidalee's easy to counter, but if you're countering with the Nidalee, then that argument doesn't really work. Shuan's throwing out spears. Trying to find Dooms. He's trying to find anybody here. Like, clearing out some vision here. Kind of just dancing around the Baron. I don't think they're able to do it. As, oh, Light might be in trouble here. Gets yellow carded. They're trying to go on to him, but they are going to ultimately decide against it, as Sinon was threatening to come around there. They didn't want to risk that one, but they are going to want to risk it now. Oh, EQ is going to land right onto Light. Light misses the ultimate, whiffs it, actually. That is not good, but that is a TP flank ward as Sinon's going in. They flash and cleanse away, but now here's Tana on the backside. He's being melted down there, but a big ultimate from Yaharong is going to completely turn around this team fight. Nice shockwave there. Is able to go 1 for 1 so far. Actually 2 for 1. Zor being chased down. Pops the gate there to try to get away, but Tana should be getting him. Light picking up the kill. Yaharong flashing forward. Gets the kill on the Crown, and that's 4 for 1. Should allow Jin Air to take this Baron now, as Pilot's the only remaining member. As Yaharong is having a very nice game so far. Very good shockwaves. Pilot going to try to make the miracle happen here, but I don't think it's possible. Maybe it could happen. You never know. It's a very low Baron, and he didn't have Smite. It was at 2 HP at one point. He could have potentially stolen it, but good job by UMT to body block it. As we take a look at the replay there, Crown trying to make the play onto Light, and Sword getting close there. Lands an EQ that takes him very low. Light whiffing the ultimate there, but it doesn't matter because check out this engage, this re-engage. Fantastic stuff from Sinon. Motive almost predicted it with the flare. I mean with the flay, not the flare, but then really big shockwave there. Gets 2 members. Forces Pilot back as well. Sora is able to pick up a kill in return, but he gets killed down. He gets taken down ultimately, and Ground dies as well. He tries to get away, but it's just too difficult. Nice flash there by Yaharong. I've tried that flash and failed multiple times. Good to know that he practices it. But yeah, Yaharong certainly smurfing so far in Challenger's Korea. Which, by the way, episode of the Week 3 review for the CK podcast will be up later today, where we talk about how CK has been going so far. So for all you bettors, that's the place to be if you want to know about stuff. We also talk about other things. Next week we're gonna have Quest back. We're gonna talk about franchising. He's excited to talk about that one. But Yaharong, despite having an amazing week last week, I didn't have him as my player of the week. I bet you're wondering who I had. You better listen in and find out who I picked for my player of the week. Nice job there by Light. Fancy footworking the skill shots to dodge them. No, Eon was not the player of the week. He was not. Eon's been doing pretty good so far, though. He's been doing really good. I'm impressed with him so far. He's definitely improved since last split, that's for sure. Set on popping the Hex Flash there, trying to find something. Can't find anything, though, but he does force them back, which allows them to take the turret. They're running a 4-1 here. They do have Tana in the mid lane. See, they have a 4K gold lead, but it looks like they have a 10K one, quite honestly. They are just completely dominating, and Crown brought very low there by the Shockwave alone in the W, which is going to send OZ back. They're going to be able to take down the turret here. The inhibitor is sure to fall next as Tana has to back off in the mid lane, but that is going to invite the inhibitor take in the bot lane, which is probably going to spark the rotation. OZ looking to cut off that rotation, though, as they're hanging out in the middle of the spot there. Ooh, Solar hit pretty hard there by the Varus Q. As now Soar and OZ alike are now going to be looking to push out these waves. The super minions coming in the bot lane, they want to try to push out these other waves so they can pay more attention to it. Taking the inhibitor is both a blessing and a curse. You do force them into the bottom side of the map, but at the same time, you're also allowing them to farm at a safe distance in their base, since the super minions push pretty hard by themselves. You guys probably never want to ask me for LCK betting advice, by the way. Like, never. You never want to ask me for LCK betting advice. I'm not too informed on LCK right now. I've been focusing on CK. Trying to do a lot of research for that one. Yeah, CK expert only. Don't ask me. If you're asking me about LCK advice, you're basically just asking your generic viewer about LCK advice. CK is where I'm at. Fade expert as well. Oh yeah, very much so the Fade expert. Hey, all I'm saying is I said Hybrid was gonna be good. I said Rich was gonna be good, and I said Fate was gonna be good. Well, I didn't say Fate was gonna be good, but I said he was better than Rem, and I said he was gonna at 1 point be good. As Motive, fantastic hook there, but a nice reaction there from Light as he pops the stopwatch. Gonna be able to get to safety. Phantom Dance gonna be able to save him there. Nice ultimate from him as well. Gonna force Motive to flash away. Tana's going in there. Old Yaharong still has the Shockwave. Haven't used it yet, so OZ need to be careful. As both sides are gonna back off here. Nobody falling down, but a lot of spells and summoner spells burnt. Oh, look at this. This is cheesy. This is cheesy, but they are gonna recall. They're not planning anything. Oh yeah, I always have good calls on my CK players, man. I always have good calls on that one. As oh, nice job there, picking up the kill, and that's gonna respark the mid siege. 30 seconds until Mountain means that they're probably going to be picking up the soul here with Pilot being down for 37 seconds. Juhan is picked off here. He's in a bad spot. He's going to be running for his life. Spotted there by the ward, needs to find a way to get out. Tana has the double dash, which means he's going to be able to get pretty close to him. Juhan needs to find a way to survive this, or else the Mountain Drake is certainly going the way of Jin Air, and that's going to spell the end of this game most likely. You don't want to give this team 3 Mountain Drakes. Tana sped up, and that is most likely a dead Juhan. He's running the wrong direction, as he's going to go down slowly but surely here. Maybe he'll survive. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. Nope, he's stunned down and he's finished off. Just going to allow Jin Air to take this, and that's pretty much going to be the end of the game, slowly but surely. Baron is up right now. They do have the Mountain Soul now, which is going to allow them to rotate, but first Soar, he has the sights set on him. He's going to be trying to run away here. Sinon trying to find a way to cut him off, but I think that they're probably going to go set up for this Baron.
오리아나가 줄 수 있는 그런 쉴드라던가 대지용의 영혼까지 겹치면은 더 먹먹해지죠 그냥. 그렇죠.
As guys, if you have your CK bingo cards, make sure to fill in the spot where somebody says CK is rigged. Make sure to put that spot on there. Someone put that right on there. If you're playing your CK bingo. Someone already complaining about CK being match fixed. Didn't take too long. Didn't take too long, guys. That's a new record. That has to be a new record. We're only at game 1. Yes, it happens every stream, Comet. Every stream someone complains about CK being rigged. Every stream. Maybe he's joking. Maybe he's just pulling my leg. But every stream there's somebody comment. Every stream. Speaking of streaming, earlier I was streaming some League of Legends and then my wrist started hurting really bad. But I played some Jarvan support. If you want to go look back at that VOD, I had a pretty good time. My boy Koi got a pentakill, which was all me, by the way. As we look here, speaking of all me, Soar trying to make this game all him by trying to find a way to carry this one. But he's going to go down. Crown now. He's going to probably be the next to fall. He pops a stopwatch, but he's pretty much going to be taken down by Umzi. Pilot actually taken very low. Pops the ultimate to get Motive to safety. Trying to make something happen here. Trying to survive. Crown, he is going to be able to make that happen. But the Baron plus the Mountain Soul in the base probably is going to spell the slow but eventual end of this game. They're going to work on this inhibitor to make sure that they can take the turret, because the mid one's going to respawn very soon now. Going to start working on this one. They are going to... Oh, I know they just took mid inhib. I don't know what I'm talking about, but look at that! Nice job by Yaharong, and that's going to be probably the end of the game. Double kill for the Bars. Can he find more? He cannot. Crown going to be ulting away. Denying the ace. GG, though. As that's going to be the kill, or the game, I should say, going over to Jin Air Green Wings, taking this one 1-0. As look at all those members of Jin Air, they have a pretty big roster.
이게 진에어 쪽이 잘했다는 부분을 더 강조할 수밖에 없는 게 오지 게이밍이 못한 게 아니거든요. 오지 게이밍도 초중반에 막 상대 미아래 밀어붙이고 크라운이 왔다 갔다 거리면서 득점하고 이런.
Someone said something, and I have some great advice. Someone said that they hate betting. Well, if you hate betting, just stop. Just stop betting. It's not easy. Just stop. I know that's a new concept to you, but if you don't like betting and you're consistently losing bets, it's time to stop. I've actually never bet on CK. I've actually, no, that's not true. I bet on a CK game once. A long time ago, I bet on a CK game. But ever since I started commentating CK, I haven't bet. No more betting for me. I've never lost a CK bet either. I mean, I've lost predictions plenty of times, but I've never lost a bet. I only make smart bets. I only make really smart bets. I mean, if I know it's 100%, then I make the bet. But Crown, probably betting that he's going to be subbed out next game. Didn't do too hot this time. As Yaharong looking to get revenge for the last time he and Crown met. So just take a look at the replay here. Senon gets stunned and prevents the WQ combo from going, but he does pop the ultimate. Yaharong looked like he was gonna potentially have trouble there, but Soar had to flash the safety, and the rest of it is history. As Jin Air just run away with that fight. Motive a little bit short on that ultimate. The Crown up here barely surviving, and all they needed was a little bit more time to crash in the next wave. Oh, they are still using their own wards. Jin Air. They are still using the Jin Air wards. How about that? That's kind of cheating, but at least they have their own wards. Yep, nice job by Senon there. W's Motive into the inhibitor, or into the Nexus, I should say, which is basically a free WQ, and then he queues up Pilot. Now is the end of that one. As we take a look at the damage, Sword doing the most damage in the game. Second most is Yaharong. Third is Light. Fourth is Crown, and fifth is Tana. Crown doing the fourth most damage is actually pretty surprising. But we're going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Can we see OZ force a Game 3? Or will we see Jin Air have their first 5-match win streak in 4 years. We'll be right back.